Hi everyone, I hope everybody is fine, doing well in their preparation. And today we are going to work on percentage, a very important, crucial chapter in your quantitative aptitude arithmetic syllabus. So percentage and its applications is a very important area. Okay, so let us enter into the discussion. Right. So here see, in our program we are focusing more on problem solving. Okay, so we are going to solve on basics as well as higher level of difficulty questions as well. So here our first sheet on percentage is based on foundation. So this is foundation builder sheet. So before entering into the sheet directly, so let me give you some basics, so which you may already have studied, and once have a quick revision. Okay, so the topic percentage. So what is percentage? Percent means per 100. Percent means per 100. So when we have to calculate a value out of every 100, we use the term called percentage. For example, in our examination, for example, the total marks are, let us say, some 500 marks. Total marks are 500 marks, right? And you are scoring some let us say 400 marks. 400 you are scoring out of 500. Okay, so how much percentage have you scored in the examination? So just now I have said what percent means per 100. Percent means what? Per 100 calculation. Per 100 what is the value? So for 500, if you have scored 400, then per 100 what would have been your score? So this you can do cross multiplication, 100 into 400 divided by 500. So 100 5 is 500, 5 8 is 400. So out of 100 you are scoring 80. So your percentage is 80%. 80%. This is the regular thing we already do, right? So percent means per 100 calculation. This is one thing which you need to remember. Always calculation of percentage means 100 is the value, which is the base. Then for that base 100, what is the required value? Okay. Now two most important conversions. One is conversion of percentage into fraction. For example, 80%. What does it mean? 80 per 100. So 80 out of 100. So conversion of percentage to fraction is done by dividing this by 100 and removing the percentage symbol. So to convert a percentage into fraction, we have to divide it by 100. So x percentage I can write as x upon 100. Conversion of percentage to fraction. And this 80 by 100 I can also write as 0.8. So this is fraction form, this is percentage form, this is fraction form, this is decimal form. So to convert a percentage into fraction or decimal form, we are dividing it by 100 and removing the percentage symbol. Now second, for example, there is a fraction given 2 by 5. This is how much percent? How much percent? So earlier percentage is given, we have converted into fraction. Now fraction is given, we have to convert into percentage. To convert a fraction to percentage to fraction, we have divided by 100. To convert a fraction to percentage, we have to multiply that fraction with 100. So thereby 5 20s are 100, 22s are 40, so you will get 40%. So to convert a fraction into percentage, multiply that fraction with 100. Okay, so conversion of percentage to fraction and fraction to percentage is very important. Okay, those values, okay, conversion table you need to remember. Okay, percentage to fraction, fraction to percentage. So let me give you some values which you need to remember. You have to remember these values and recollect in the problem solving. Okay, so see, I am giving the values, I am writing. So simultaneously, you can remember all these things. So 1% means how much? 1 by 100. 2% means how much? 2 by 100, which is 1 by 50. And 4% is 1 by 25. 5%, 1 by 20. 6.25% means 6, 1 by 4% is nothing but 6.25 by 100, which is 1 by 16. And 6, 2 by 3%, which is 1 by 15. 7, 1 by 7%, which is 1 by 14. 8, 1 by 3%, which is 1 by 12. 9, 1 by 11%, which is 1 by 11. Now 10%, 1 by 10. 11, 1 by 9% is 1 by 9. 12.5% is 1 by 8. 14, 2 by 7% is 1 by 7. 16, 2 by 3% is 1 by 6. 20% is 1 by 5. 25%, 1 by 4. 30%, 3 by 10. 33, 1 by 3%, which is 1 by 3. Next, 37.5%, which is 3 by 8. 40%, which is 2 by 5. And 42, 6 by 7%, which is 3 by 7. 50%, 50 by 100, which is 1 by 2. 60%, which is 3 by 5. 62.5 percentage, which is 5 by 8. 66 2 by 3 percentage, 66.66 percentage, 2 by 3. 70 percentage, 70 by 100, which is 7 by 10. 75 percentage, which is 3 by 4. 80 percentage, 4 by 5. 87.5 percentage, 7 by 8. 90 percentage, 9 by 10, and 100 percentage, which is 1. So 100 percentage means full value. 1 means full value, complete value. So see here 1, 2, 4, 5. These percentage can easily be remembered. 1 percentage 1 by 100, 2 percentage 1 by 50, 4 percentage 4 by 100, 5 percentage 5 by 100. Easily you can cancel and you can remember. And from here 6.25%. 6 1 by 4 means 6.25%. 6.25 by 100, which is 1 by 16. 1 by 16. 6.25. 6.25's double is 12.5. 12.5. 12 and a half. So when 6 1 by 4 is 1 by 16, its double would be 2 by 16. That's why 2 by 16 means 1 by 8. So 12.5 percentage is 1 by 8. Very, very important. 12.5 percentage is 1 by 8. So double of 12.5 is 25. So double of 1 by 8 is 2 by 8. 2 by 8 means 1 by 4. So 2 times of 12.5 is 2 by 4 or 1 by 8 ka double 2 by 8, which is 1 by 4. And 3 times of 12.5 is 37.5, which is 3 by 8. 1 12.5 is 1 by 8. 2 12.5 is 2 by 8. 3 12.5 is 3 by 8. 4 12.5 is 50. 4 by 8, which is 1 by 2. And 5 12.5 is 62.5, which is 5 by 8. 6 12.5 is 75. 6 by 8, which is 3 by 4. 7 12.5 is 87.5, 7 by 8. 8 12.5 is 100, which is 1. 8 by 8. So each 12.5 is 1 by 8. So if 100 is made into 8 parts, each part is 12. It is the meaning. Now 6 2 by 3 percentage, okay, is 1 by 15. 7 1 by 7 percentage is 1 by 14. 7 1 by 7's double. 7 1 by 7's double is 14 2 by 7. 1 by 14's double is 2 by 14, which is 1 by 7. So 14 2 by 7 percentage is 1 by 7. Its double is 28 4 by 7 percentage, which is 2 by 7. Its triple is 42 6 by 7 percentage, which is 3 by 7. And like that, 4 times, 5 times, 7 times would be 100. 14 2 by 7, 7 times is 100, which is 7 by 7, which is equal to 1. Now next, 8 1 by 3 percentage is 1 by 12. Its double is 16 2 by 3 percentage. 1 by 12 double is 2 by 12, 1 by 6. 16 2 by 3 means 16.66. 16.66 double is 33.33. 1 by 6 double is 2 by 6, 1 by 3. 33.33 percentage is 1 by 3. Its double is 66.66, which is 2 by 3. 33.33 triple is 100, which is 1. So next, 9 1 by 11 percentage is 1 by 11. 1 by 11. And then 10 percentage is 1 by 10. Its double 20 percentage is 2 by 10. 1 by 5. Its triple 30 percentage is 3 by 10. 10 percentage 4 times 4 by 10, which is 2 by 5. 10 percentage 5 times 5 by 10, 1 by 2. 10 percentage 6 times 6 by 10, 3 by 5. 10 percentage 7 times 7 by 10. 10 percentage 8 times 8 by 10. 10 percentage 9 times 9 by 10. 10 percentage 10 times 10 by 10, which is 1. Now 11 1 by 9 percentage is 1 by 9. Its double would be 22 2 by 9 percentage, which is 2 by 9. Like the multiples of 11 1 by 9 also we can recollect. This table is very, very important. Very, very important. So you need to recollect all the values with the help of this table. So remembering, learning this conversion table, remembering and as well as recollecting is very, very crucial. So applications. Now see, what do you mean by actually this? For example, 37.5% I am writing 3 by 8. 3 by 8 का meaning क्या है? What is the meaning of 3 by 8? So meaning of 3 by 8 is if total is 8 parts, if total value is 8 parts, our requirement is 3 parts. What do you mean by 7 by 8? 7 by 8 means total is 8 parts, my requirement is 7 parts out of it. And for example, 60%, 3/5 means total is 5 parts, our requirement is 3 parts out of it. So like that we need to understand the percentage and the fraction very, very clearly, thereby we can do calculations comfortably. For example, see, now there is a simple question like this. See, 20% of 360. 20% of 360. 20% means how much? 1 by 5 out of 360, which is how much? 72, right? Without writing anything, just mentally, how can you solve? If any value is given, 360, for example, 360. In 360, what is 10%? Just keep a pointer before the last digit. 36. 10% is 36. In 360, 10% is 36. 20% is double of it. So double of 36, which is 72. For example, now one more I have given. 20.5% of 360. So we already know that 10% is 360. 20% means 2 times of 10%. 10% is 360 and 1% would be 3.6. Here 10% is 36. 1% is 3.6. 1% 3.6 means 0.5% would be half of 3.6, which is 1.8. So 72 plus 1.8, which is 73.8. Next, for example, now some 30% of 40% of some 450 I have. 30% of 40% of 450. So if you want to do traditionally, 30% means 3 by 10. Off means multiplication. 40% means 2 by 5 into 450. So 0, 0 cancel. 5 9 times. So 9 2s are 18, 18 3s are 54. Okay. This is traditional way. And see, without using any paper and pen, how to solve. So 40, first you need to find out this one. 40% of 450. 10% is how much? 45. 40% means 4 times of 45, 180. In 180 you require 30%. In 180 you require 30% means in 180 10% is 18. 30% means 3 times of 10%, 3 times of 18, which is 54. For this, you need to be comfortable with the basic calculations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, these things, tables, and so on. Now, for example, now I am giving 150% of some 620. 150% का meaning क्या होता है? 150% means 150 by 100. I'm not thinking in that way. 150% means 100% plus 50%. 100% means full value 620. 50 percentage means half of this, 310. 150 percentage means full value plus half value. 620 plus 310, which is 930. 930. Okay. Now, for example, now 37.5 percentage of 125 percentage of 125 percentage of some 12 some I am giving some 800. Okay, 37.5 percentage of 125 percentage of 800. So how much is this value? So if you see here the traditional way, 37.5 percentage 3 by 8 half means into 125 percentage 125 by 100 into 800, right? So here 25 5s are 25 4s are, so 800 times. So now 4 25 times, 3 5s are 15, 15 25s are 375. This is the traditional way. Now without doing like this, how can you think? So first you need to find out this part. 125 percentage means full value plus 1/4 value. 100 percentage plus 25 percentage. Full value of 800 is 800. 25 percentage 1/4 value of 800 is 200. 800 plus 200 is 1000. In 1000 you need 37.5 percentage. 37.5 percentage means what? Per 100 37.5. Then per 1000 it is 375. So the value is 375. So like this you have to use this table very well. Its applications are in most of the arithmetic areas. So see, for example, a question is given like this, right? A number when increased by 16 2 by 3 percentage becomes 490. Then find the number. Find the number. Okay. So 16 2 by 3 percentage fractional value we already know as 1 by 6. 1 by 6. The number is increased by 16 2 by 3 percentage. So increased by 1/6. Increased by 1/6. You have to understand the terminology very clearly. Increased by 1/6 means if the original is 6 parts, the increase is 1 part. Increase is 1 part. Therefore, the new value would be 7 parts. After increase of 1 on original 6, the new value is 7 parts. This 7 parts is given as 490. If 7 parts is 490, then each part would be 70. Right? Thereby, your required is the original number. The original number is how many parts? 6 parts. Therefore, original number 6 parts would be 6 into 70. If one part is 70, 6 parts is 6 into 70, 420. Next. For example, I am giving one more. What? One more of same type. See, a number when reduced by 37.5 percentage is decreased by 12. Find resultant number. Find resultant number. So a number when reduced by 37.5%. So 37.5% you already know it is 3 by 8. Okay, 3 by 8 fraction value understanding is if the original is 8 parts, the reduction means the decrease. It is 37.5% reduction, decreased. Means if 8 parts is the original, then the number is reduced by 3 parts. So the resultant new value, that is new value is how much? 5 parts. 8 parts reduced by 3 parts, so thereby it becomes 5 parts. That reduction 3 parts, is given as 12. If 3 parts is 12, 3 into 4, 12, then the resultant 5 parts, 5 into 4, 20. So that resultant number is how much? 20. 20 is the answer. Okay. So in this way you need to understand the fraction and its terminology very clearly. Now next. Let us begin with the questions now. Let us begin the questions in your sheet. So the first question. Difference between a number and its 2/5 is 510. Then find 10% of the number. So difference between a number means that full value. Full value means 100%, right? And 2/5 means already you know it is 40%. The difference between 100% and 40% is given as 510. So 140 difference is how much? 60%. If that 60% is 510, then 10% is how much? If you observe here, you can do cross multiplication. Otherwise, you can compare here. See, this is 10 is 1/6 of 60. So this resultant value also should be 1/6 of 510, which is 85. So answer is 85. So this value is 1/6 of 60. So this should also become 1/6. So answer is 85. Next. Second question. If 35% of a number is 12 less than, if 35% of a number is 12 less than 50% of the number, then find that number. Find it that number. That number means always 100%. That number is original. Original is always 100%. 35% is 35% of a number is 12 less than 50%. So 35% is 12 less than 50%. So if you bring percentage values to one side, 50% minus 35%, which is 15%. This minus 12 to this side, plus 12. If 15% is 12, then that number 100% would be how much? So see here it is 3 into 5. 3 into 5 is 3 into 4. 3 into 5% is 3 into 4. So it is 20 into 5. 20 into 5 percentage will be 20 into 4, which is 80. If you cannot think like this, then do cross multiplication. 100 into 12 divided by 15, which is how much? It is 5 20s are, 5 3s are, 3 4s are. So 24s are how much? 80. So like this basic thing. Okay, 35% of a number is 12 less than 50% of number. Then that number 100% is how much? 80. Next, three candidates contested an election and received one 1136, the second 7636, and third one 11628. Now the question is, if these persons were the only candidates contesting in the election, the percentage of the total votes did the winning candidates received. So what is the total votes? Total votes would be, if I add all these, 1136 plus 7636 plus 11628. The total votes are how much you are going to get? You are going to get it is 20,400. 20,400 is the total number of votes. And here, what percentage of total votes did the winning candidate? Who is winning here? This third person. This 11,628 is the winning votes. This 11,068, what percentage of total votes did the winning candidate receive? This 11,628 is what percentage of? Is what percentage of total votes? Is what percentage of total votes are how much? 20,400. Now it is a question, right? Now remember, here what is the application? One value is what percentage of another value. One value is what percentage of another value. When a question is asked like that, then the simple shortcut you can remember is by of into 100. Is by of into 100. One value is what percentage of another value. So of will come in the denominator. So how much you are going to get here in the denominator? 20,400. Is will come in the numerator. So 11,628 into 100. Into 100. So this is how much percentage. So two zeros cancel. So in the denominator you have 204. In the numerator you have 11,628. Now option C, 57, 60, 65, 90. So in the last digit here is 4. Here it is 8. When you have last digit 4, with which if you multiply, you will get 8 in the last. Either here the last digit has to be 2 or last digit has to be 7. 4 into 2 is 8 or 4 into 7 is 28. So here in this, the last digit has to be 7 or 2. But in the option we have 7. So directly you can say here the answer is 57%. Because when you are cancelling this, in the resultant value, the last digit has to be either 2 or 7. So out of 2 or 7, we have only 7 here. So that itself is the answer. So in that way, you have to use your calculation skills. Okay. So answer is 57% here. Now next question. In an election, only 2 candidates are contesting. The winner received 84% of valid votes and is elected by a majority of 476 votes. What is the total number of valid votes? So here there are no votes invalid. The data is not given. So we have to consider all the votes to be valid votes, and those valid votes, all the votes are nothing but the total number of votes polled by two persons. Okay. So here the winner receives how much? 84%. Winner receives 84%. Total is 100%. Total is 100% which you have to calculate. Total 100% is how much is the question. So winner receives 84% and two persons are only contesting. So the other person receives how much? Definitely the remaining 16%. One person wins by a majority of 476. What do you mean by majority? Majority is nothing but difference between them. The difference between them is given as 476. One person, if he is scoring 84%, the other must score 16%. Majority is nothing but difference between them. So 84 minus 16, that difference is 68%, which is equal to 476. Okay, if 68% is 476, then 100% would be how much? So it is 7 times 68 7s are 476. So 100 7s are how much? 700. You can also do cross multiplication if you can't do directly. Okay. So answer is 700. Answer is 700. Next. Two laborers A and B are paid a total of 550 rupees per week. As A is paid 120% of the sum paid to B, then how much is paid to B per week? So there are two persons here, A and B. A is paid 120% of the sum paid to B. If B is paid 100, A is paid 120% of 100, which is 120. So here the ratio of the amounts received is 26 25. So if A is receiving 6 parts, B is receiving 5 parts. So total A and B together receive 11 parts. That 11 parts total is given as 550. Then how much is paid to B? B is paid how much? 5 parts. So 11 parts is 550. So what is the relation here? 11 5s are 55. 11 5s are 55. So 5 5s are 25. There is a 0 beside 55. There is a 0 beside 25. So the value is 250. If you cannot compare horizontally, then do cross multiplication. You will get the answer 250. 250. Next. A total of 1100 boys and 700 girls are examined in a test. 42% of boys and 30% of girls passed the examination. Find the percentage of the total who failed. So it is 42% of 1100. 42% of 1100 plus 30% of 700. Okay, so 42% of 1100 is nothing but, see, you have to understand conceptually and you need to apply your calculation skills. 42% means what? Per every 100, 42. Per 1100s, 1142s. 1142s how much? 462. It's very simple. Whenever you are multiplying a 2-digit number with 11, simply you have to write the 2-digit number as it is and take the sum of those two. So that is what I have applied. For every 100, 42. 42% का meaning क्या है? For every 100, 42. 1100s, 1142s, 1142s, 462. And 30% of 700. For every 130, per 700, 730s, which is 210. So 462 plus 210 is 672. So the answer is 672. 672. 672 is number of past candidates. Number of past candidates. And total candidates are here 1100 plus 700, 1800. And passed are 672. So failed are how much? Failed are 1800 minus 672, which is 1128. 1128. Now percentage of the total who failed. So out of total 1128 candidates have failed. Right? So this 1128, so percentage of failed, 1128 is what percentage of 1800? Is by half into 100. So how much you are going to get now? Here the answer. So what is the answer? If you simplify here, two zeros cancel. So after simplification, how much do you get? 1128 by 18. So is it divisible by 6 or not? 6 3s are 18. 6 18s are 6 16s, 6 17s are. Yes or no? 6 17s are how much? 6 18s are 6 18s are, right? 6 18s are. Then again 4 is there. 6 8s are. 188 by 3. 188 by 3 means how much? 362s are. 186. Remainder is 2 by 3. So it is 62 2 by 3 percentage. So the answer is option B. So one value, the failure people are how much percentage of total? So you need the failures, that is 1128. Total is 1100, 700, 1800. How much percentage? 62 2 by 3 percentage. Now x percent of x is 49. Then x is equal to how much? So x percentage of x is 49. So from this you can get x square is equal to 49 into 100, 4900, which is 70 square. So that is x is equal to x square is 70 square means x is 70. X is 70. So this is 70, option B. Next. So we are doing all basic questions in this session. Okay. Subtracting 6% of x from x is equivalent to multiplying x by how much? So subtract what? Subtracting 6% of x from x. From x, you are subtracting 6% of x. It is nothing but x means what? Full value of x. X means full value of x. Full value of x means 100% of x. 100% of x minus 6% of x means it is 94% of x. Subtracting 6% of x from x is equal to 94% of x. 94% means 94 by 100, which is 0.94. 0.94 into x. So it is nothing but multiplying x with 0.94. 0.94. 0.94. So the answer is actually 0.94. 0.94. Dilip spends 30% of his monthly income on food articles, 40% of the remaining on conveyance and clothes, and saves 50% of the remaining. If his monthly salary is 1840, how much money does he save every month? So I'm going to explain with different procedures. Please see here. So if his total income is, total salary is 100%. Okay, his salary is 100%. Out of that, 30% he is spending on food, right? So remaining is how much? 70%. Okay, now on the remaining, 40% of the remaining on conveyance and clothes. So in this 70%, 40% of 70% means how much? 40% of 70% is 10% of 70 is 7. 40% means 4 times of 7, which is 28%. So here out of remaining 70%, this 28% is on what? Clothes and conveyance. 70 minus 28 is 42%. Okay, and saves 50% of the remaining. So what is remaining now? The remaining after spending on food, clothes and conveyance is 42%. He's saving 50% of this. He's saving 50%, half of 42%, which means he is able to save 21%. 21% we need to find out. So 21% of 1840. His salary is 1840. Out of it, 21%. 21% of 1840 is how much? 386.4. 386.4. This is what we need to calculate. Okay. Now see the actual shortcut. See the shortcut here, please. See the shortcut. So out of salary, what is his salary? See the shortcut. Single step you will get the answer. Out of his salary 1840, first he is spending how much? 30%. If 30% is spending, the remaining would be how much? 70%. Means 7 by 10. Okay, this is the remaining amount. And out of this remaining, he is spending 40%. He is spending 40% means he is saving how much? 60%, which is 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Okay. In this remaining amount, he is spending 50. He is saving 50%. That is half. This value is how much? So if you see here, 5 2s are 10. 10 10s are 100. So 100 means you will get here 18.4 into 21. You will get 386.4. 386.4. So answer is 386.4. Okay. So answer is 386.4. So this is the shortcut which you need to follow. This is the traditional procedure everybody thinks. So 100% income, 30% food के ऊपर गया, बाकी 70 उसका 40% गया, तो remaining 42%, right? So that on that again half is spending, half is saving. So that half is 21% of total. This is the traditional procedure. This is simple step. This procedure is important. Out of his salary, first he is spending 30%. So saving 70%. Remaining is 70%. Out of this, he is spending again how much? 40%. So the remaining is 60%, means 3 by 5. Out of this, he is spending 50%. Remaining is more 50%, that is half. Thereby 386.4 is the amount he is saving. Okay. So here I did mistake. Okay. Right. 8% of x is 4% of y. Then 20% of x is dash. 8% of x, simply you write 8% of x is equal to 4% of y, right? So 4 2 times 8. So now you can say what? Then 20% of x is how much? So x is equal to how much now? X is equal to this 2 comes this side. X is equal to y by 2. Y by 2. Now I need 20% of x. 20% of x means what? 1/5 of x, which is 1/5 of x is y by 2. So it is nothing but 1/10th of y. 1/10th means how much? 10%, which is 10% of y. So 20% of x is equal to 10% of y. So answer is option A. A is equal to x percentage of y and B is equal to y percentage of x. Remember, very important point, very important, x percentage of y is equal to y percentage of x. Okay, x percentage of y means what? X by 100 into y, which is xy by 100. Similarly, y percentage of x means what? Y into x, which is xy by 100. Okay, so this is a very important point. X percentage of y is always equal to y percentage of x. X percentage of y is a here, okay, and y percent of x is b here. So you can say now a is equal to b. So a is equal to b is correct. So what does it mean? 20% of 50 is same as 50% of 20. So okay, 160% of 60 is same as 60% of 160. This is a very important thing you need to learn and remember. So x percent of y is same as y percent of x. So x percent of y is equal to y percent of x. So option A is correct. Next, in an examination, there are three papers. And a candidate has to get 35% of the total to pass. In one paper, he gets 62 out of 150. Okay, in one paper, the maximum marks are 150 and he is scoring 62. And in the second paper, he is scoring 35 out of 150. How much must he get out of 180? Out of 180 in the third paper. To pass the examination. To pass the examination, he has to score 35% of total. What are the total marks? Total marks are 150 plus 150 plus 180, which is 480. Total marks are 150, 150 and 180, 480. So 35% of 480 is the pass mark. Okay, and 35% means what? 35% means 3 10% and 1 5%. So here out of 480, 10% is 48. So 35% means 3 into 10%, 3 into 48, which is 144, and 1 5% is 24. So 144 plus 24 is 168. So the candidate has to score 168 marks to pass. But this pass, so he is scoring how much? 62 in the first subject, first and second paper, 35. Third paper marks you need, this total is 168. Okay, in the third paper, to pass the examination, he has to score 168. First two papers 62 and 35. So third paper must be how much? So x is equal to 168 minus 62 plus 35 is 97. So 168 minus 97 is 71. So in the third paper, he must score 71 marks. 71 marks to pass. I hope it is clear. Okay. Next one. A number is decreased by 10% and then again and then increased by 10%. The number so obtained is 10 less than the original number. Please see here, I am taking the original number as 100. I am taking the original number as 100. It is first decreased by 10%. It is first decreased by 10% means it becomes 90%. It becomes 90% means 9 by 10. And then increased by 10%. Increased by 10% means it becomes 110%. 110% means 11 by 10. 11 by 10. And the number so formed. So 10 tens are 100. 2 zeros cancel. 11 nines are how much? 99. So I have taken the original number as 100. The final number I got as 99. So how much less? 1 less. That 1 less is given as 10. The number so formed is 10 less. But I have got number so formed is 1 less. This 1 is equal to 10 as per the question. Then the original number I have taken as 100. Then 100 would be how much? If this one whatever is got, whatever I have got is equal to 10, then the original number I have taken as 100. 100 would be how much? If 1 is 10 times, 100 is 10 times, which is 1000. So answer is 1000. Answer is 1000. I hope it is clear. Next. Entry fee in an examination is how much? 10 rupees. Later, the entry fee was reduced by 25%. Which is increased the sales by 20%. So the initial sales, like the initial sales be 100. Then after increase, final sales is 120. This is what is given. It is increased by 20%. Sales increased by 20%. What do you mean by total sale value? Total sale value means ticket fare. Each ticket fare into number of visitors. Number of visitors is equal to sale value. Sale value. So it is given that what I have taken initially, the entry fee is how much? 10 rupees. So initially 10 rupees. Each ticket fare, each entry fare is 10 rupees. Total sale I have taken as 100. So number of visitors have to be 10 or not? 10 into 10 is 100. Initial sale I have taken 100. Initial entry fare is given as 10. So number of visitors have to be 10. So initially I have 10 visitors. Now the entry fees were reduced by 25%. So entry fees is reduced by 25%. So 10 reduced by 25% becomes 7.5. Becomes 7.5. Then how many visitors have to be there so that the sale value is increased by 20% and becomes 120. So this x would be how much? This x would be 120 by 7.5. 120 by 7.5. How much you are going to get here? Please see. So this is nothing but 1200 divided by 75. So he is 75, 75 ones are 75. Remaining is 45, 0, 16. So initially you have 10 visitors and finally you have got 16 visitors. 16 visitors. Now percentage increase in number of visitors. And here I would like to introduce you one more concept, that is percentage change. Percentage change. Change can be increase or decrease. Percentage change is the change in the value when the initial value is 100. Percent change. Per 100 change. Change per 100 of initial value. When the initial value is 100, the change in that value is called percentage change, and it is given by the formula change by initial value into 100 into 100. So here it is asked for percentage change, percentage increase in number of visitors. So percentage increase in number of visitors is how much is the increase here? Here you have 10, here you have 16. So increase is 6 by initial 10 into 100. So 600 by 10 is 60%. 60%. So percentage increase is 60%. And remember here, one more way of doing. Please understand, very, very important model. So here, number of visitors per see, what is given here? Entry fees was reduced by 25%. Entry fees was reduced by, so here entry fee into visitors is equal to entry fee into number of visitors is equal to sale. We know, right? And it is given that entry fees was reduced by how much? Entry fees was reduced by 25%. 25% reduction means what? 1/4 reduction. If the initial is 4 parts, now it is reduced by 1 part and it has become 3 parts. This is the meaning of entry fees reduced by 25%. 1/4 reduction means if the initial is 4 parts, reduced by 1 part and becomes 3 parts. And it is given that the sale is increased by 20%. If the initial sale is 100, the final sale is 120. So 4 into how much is 100? 25. So initially you have 25 visitors. 3 into how much is 120? 3 into 40. So initially you have 25 visitors. Now you have 40 visitors. So percentage increase. Percentage increase is increase in visitors by initial number of visitors into 100. Thereby you will get it as 25 fours are 15 fours are 60%. So for 25 initial there is a increase of 40, there is a increase of 50. Then for 100 initial 25 becomes 100 means 4 times, 15 also becomes 4 times, becomes 60. So like that logically you have to do mind calculations and answer. This is the shortcut. Okay, and this is the procedure. And the concept here is the concept of percentage change. Change by initial value into 100. Change can be increase or decrease. If it is increase, percentage increase. If it is decrease, percentage decrease. Okay, right. Price of an article increases at the rate of 8% per annum. What will be its new price of a 20 rupees article 2 years later? Initially its value is given as 20. Every year its value is increased by 8%. the price of an article increases at the rate of 8% per annum, what will be the new price of a 20 rupees article 2 years later? 2 years later. So here between 24 and 25, between 20, so we have to calculate. So see here, first year increased by 8%. So it has become 108 by 100. 8% increase means 108% at the end of first year. Again on this second year 8% increase, again 108 by 100. So how much you are going to get here? The value you are going to get here is how much? Please find out this. You will get the value nothing but it is 23.33. 23.33. If you simplify this, you will get the value very close to 23.33. So the value is in between 23 and 24. If you simplify this, you will get the value very close to 23.33. So answer is between 23 and 24. Okay. Next. The present population of a country estimated to be 10 CR is expected to increase to 13.31 CR during the next 3 years. The uniform rate of growth per annum is how much? So the present is how much? And here I would like to give you a formula also. If the present value is P, if the present value is P, if it is increasing or decreasing at the rate of R% per annum, then after n years, its value would be A is equal to P into 1 plus or minus R by 100 power n. Okay, if the present value is P and it is increasing or decreasing at the rate of R% per annum, after n years, its value would be P into 1 plus or minus R by 100 power n. If it is increasing, I use plus. If it is decreasing, I use minus. So here, now what is given? What is given here? Initially, it is how much? 10 CR. After increase, it has become 13.31. 13.31. So in how many years? 3 years. Plus or minus plus. Because it is given that the population is getting increasing the uniform rate of growth. So here plus R by 100 whole power 3. Now see here 13.31 divided by 10. Okay, I am cancelling, I am multiplying this with 100 and the denominator with 100. Thereby what will happen? It will become 1331 by 1000, which is equal to 1 plus R by 100 whole cube. So it is nothing but 11 by 10 whole cube. 11 cube is 1331. So 10 cube is 1000. So 1 plus R by 100 whole cube is 11 by 10 whole cube. From this I can say 1 plus R by 100 is equal to 11 by 10. 11 by 10. And 11 by 10. And from this if I simplify, I will get R by 100. R by 100 is 11 by 10 minus 1, which is 1 by 10. Therefore, rate of interest R is 10% per annum. This is the traditional procedure. Okay? And without doing all these things, see what is given. The initial is 10 CR. After 3 years, it is 13.31. 13.31. So, what is the rate of growth? What is the rate of growth? What is the rate of growth? So, go through options. If you go through options, option B will satisfy. Because if 100%, if 100 is the initial value, If 100 is the initial value, every year 10% increase. First year 10, second year on 110 again 10 means 11. Thereby it becomes 121 for at the end of 2 years. And third year again 12.1. Thereby 100 becomes 133.1. If 100 is becoming 133.1, 10 will become 13.31. Is getting satisfied. Is getting satisfied when you have the rate of interest as 10%. The other options don't satisfy. Don't satisfy. So answer is 10%. 10%. This is the traditional concept. See, if P is the initial value, R is the rate of growth or rate of decrease, then at the end of n years, the total value would be P into 1 plus or minus R by 100. If you need n years ago, n years, it is after n years. It is after n years. After n years. Okay? And if you need n years ago, then it would be P divided by 1 plus or minus R by 100 power n. If it is after n years, P into. If it is n years ago, P division. If you want to use this formula, you can use this formula and you can remember. Okay, right. Next. Amar's salary is 50% more than Varun's. How much percentage is Varun's salary less than Amar's? It is also now an important concept. Now we are going to introduce one more, module or concept. Amar's salary is 50% more than Varun's. Amar and Varun both are there. So if Varun is 100, Amar is 150. Amar's salary is 50% more than Varun. Now it is asked, Varun's salary is less than Amar. Varun's salary is less than Amar by how much percentage? So remember one value, Varun's salary how much? 100 less than 150 by how much percent? It is the question, right? So one value less than the other value by how much means it is difference, but it is asked for by how much percent. So here the important application you need to remember, very important. Here already we have discussed two concepts. One is some percentage of a number. So we already studied that x% of y. We already studied the first concept, x% of y is equal to xy by 100, and which is same as y% of x. This is one concept you studied. And second concept you studied is one value is what percentage of other value. X is what percent of y, means it is by of into 100. This is what you studied. And now the third and very important thing, one value is how much percent more or how much percent less than the other value. One value is how much percent more or how much percent less than the other value. The shortcut would be, I am writing it also. What x is how much percent more or less than y. Okay. So one value is how much percent more or less than the other value. In this case, the most important thing, it is difference of those values by base value into 100%. So the difference between them is x minus y by base value here after than whatever you get is the base into 100. Okay, so now please see here, very important, very important. One value is how much percent more or how much percentage less than the other value. So एक वैल्यू दूसरा वैल्यू से कितना परसेंटेज ज्यादा है या कितना परसेंटेज कम है. So now the question is, see, Amar's salary is 50% more than Barun. We already have written Barun is 100, Arun is 150. Now Barun's salary is less than Amar's salary by how much percent? 100 is less than 150. So one value 100 is less than the other value 150 by how much? What is the difference here? 50. Difference here is 50. And the base value 100 less than 150 by how much percent? Here comparison is done with respect to 150. So the base value is 150. Blindly remember, after than whatever you get is the base. 100 is less than 150. After than you are getting 150. So 150 is the base. Difference by base into 100. So thereby 50 by 150 is 1/3. 1/3 means 33.33%. 33.33% is the answer. This is one procedure, the basic procedure by using this concept. So percentage, one value is how much percent more or how much percentage less than the other value. Difference by base value into 100. This is the application. And the same kind of model can also be solved with other methods. I am trying to give you the second method. This is first method. And second method I am giving with the help of formula. If A is more than B by some X percentage, then B is less than A by how much percentage? It is X by 100 plus X into 100 percentage. So A is more than B by how much X here? 50 percentage. X here 50. So 50 by 100 plus 50 into 100. Direct formula application, you will get 33.33 percentage. Okay. So here if A is more than B, then B is less than A. In case if A is less than B, B is greater than A by how much percentage means X by 100 minus. If first value is more, you will get plus in the denominator. If first value is less, you will get minus in the denominator. In our question, first value is more, that's why I have got plus. X given as 50, 50 by 100 plus 50 into 100. This is second method. And third method, a shortcut. When the question is asked in this way, like a number is more or less than the other number by so and so percentage. The second number is less or more than the first number by how much? Then direct shortcut. First write the fractional value of the percentage. 50 percentage means 1 by 2. The first value here in the question is more or less more. Means if it is more, write plus. If it is less, write minus. In our question more, that's why I am writing plus. First of all, fractional value of the percentage. For that you need to remember all the percentage values. 50 percentage is a half. After that, in the denominator, the first value is more, keep plus. The first value is less, keep minus. I have first value more, Amar more greater than Barun. So I have more, hence I kept plus. After plus or minus the denominator, write the numerator. So it is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means how much percentage? 33.33%. So this is the shortcut which you can apply. So first procedure, second procedure, third procedure. All procedures you need to understand. Okay, and you can apply whatever you want. Okay, right. Next. 5% of income of A is equal to 15 percentage of income of B. Okay, and 10 percentage of income of B is equal to 20 percentage of income of C. If income of C is 2000 rupees, then the total income of ABC is how much? So it can be tackled in different ways. So 5 3s are 15. So you can say A is equal to 3B. A is equal to 3B. Next, 10 2s are 20. You can say B is equal to 2C. B is equal to 2C. Now, already you have C as how much? 2000. So, 3 into B is how much? 2C. B is 2C. So, A is equal to 6C, which is 6 into 2000. So, A is 12,000. A is 12,000. And B is 2C. So, 2 into 2000, which is 4,000. Okay. So, A plus B plus C. Total income of A, B and C. A is 12,000 and B is 4,000 and C is 2,000. So, the total answer is 20,000. 12 plus 4 16, 16 plus 2 18. So the total is 18,000. Total is how much? 18,000. Is it okay? So the answer is 18,000. A milk mixture contains 5% water. What quantity of pure milk should be added to 10 liter of this mixture to reduce the water concentration to 2%. So initially you have 5% water. 5% water. What quantity of pure milk should be added to 10 liter of this mixture? So in 10 liters, you have 5% water. In 10 liters, 5% water means remaining 95% is milk. 95% is milk. So 5% of 10 is 0.5. 0.5. And the remaining would be how much? See, in 10% is 1. So 5% would be 0.5. If 5% is 0.5, the remaining 95% would be 9.5. 9.5. So 0.5 liter is water and 9.5 liter is milk out of 10 liters in the initial mixture. And what quantity of pure milk should be added to this mixture? So you have milk and water. Milk is 9.5 and water is 0.5 initially, right? Now to this what you have added? Pure milk is added. So additional X liters of milk is added. X liters of milk is added. Thereby in the resultant mixture it contains only 2% water. 2% water means remaining 98% milk. So 49 is to 1. 2 49s are 2 1s are. Now what I can do? 1 into 9.5. 9.5 plus 1 into x. X 49 into 0.5. 49 into 0.5 is how much? 49 into 0.5 is 24.5. Okay, thereby I will get x as 24.5 minus 9.5, which is 15. 24.5 minus 9.5 is 15. So 15 liters of water is added. So initially you have 10 liters. In that 5% is 0.5 liter. So if 0.5 liter is water, remaining 9.5 liter is what? Milk. To this 9.5, 0.5 mixture, I am adding some x liters of water. Thereby 9.5 plus x is the milk in the resultant and the same 0.5 is the water. Now that water is 2%, so the milk is 98%. If a cancellation done, then 2 ones are 2 49s are. After doing cross multiplication and simplification, I got x as 15 liter. So the amount of water, amount of milk added is 15 liters. This is one procedure. Okay, you can think of. Now see the other procedure. So either see initial and after adding. Initially it is given milk and water. Milk is 95% and water is 5%. Right? So 19 is to 1. 19 is to 1. Okay. Now you have milk 98% and water 2%. Water 2%. So the ratio is how much? 49 is to 1. 49 is to 1. So if you see here, what do you understand? Understand clearly. Initially or finally, water quantity does not change. Water quantity does not change. Water you have 1 initially. Water initially you have 0.5. Finally also you have 0.5 liter only. But you have added only milk. Yes or no? So this one part of water is there initially. Here also one part of water is there. But total mixture here it is 20 parts. Okay, here total mixture is 50 parts. Okay, and the 20 parts mixture initially is given as 10 liters. And if 20 parts is 10, then 50 parts would be 20 ka adha 10, 50 ka adha 25 liters. Right. So how the second mixture is formed? The second mixture is formed by adding milk only. So whatever extra 15 liters is added, that is only milk. So this is the logical way of doing. It is the traditional way. It is the logical way. Okay. Right. Now next, a total of 405 chocolates were distributed equally among students in such a way that the number of chocolates received by each student is 20% of the total number of students. How many chocolates each student receive? So how do we get the total number of chocolates? Total number of chocolates is equal to total number of chocolates. I am writing total number of chocolates is equal to number of students into number of chocolates per each student. So here total number of chocolates is already given as 405. Number of students, if I am taking as x, each student gets 20% of x. We need to find out this 20% of x is how much, right? So now if you see this x into x square, 20% means 1 by 5 is equal to 405. So x square would be how much? 405 into 5, which is 2025, which is 45 square. So you will get x as 45. So total number of students are 45. Therefore, you need each student how many chocolates received. So it is 20 percentage of 45. 1/5 of 45, which is 9. 10 percentage is 4.5. 20 percentage is double of 4.5, which is 9. So each student received 9 chocolates. 45 students, 45 into 9 is 405. Satisfied. So answer is 9. This is the worksheet 1, which is your foundation builder. So here, see what are the concepts we have discussed here. Once again, have a quick go through. What is percentage to fraction conversion, and then we have discussed some x percentage of y is equal to y percentage of x. Each is xy by 100. Each is xy by 100. After that, we have discussed one more concept. What is that? See, percentage change. Percentage change means change by initial value into 100. And then if the present value of anything is p, if the rate of increase or decrease is r percentage per annum, after n years its value is p into 1 plus or minus r by 100, and n years ago its value is p divided by 1 plus or minus r by 100. So, and the most important thing, a value is more or less than the other value by how much percentage? Difference by base value into 100. These things. So once again, I am writing these three things in the final sheet. The first one, percent means per 100. So x percentage means x by 100. This is what we discussed. Conversion of percentage to fraction. The next, fraction to percentage. X by y means x by y into 100. Conversion of fraction to percentage means multiply that fraction with 100 and use percentage symbol. Next, what is we discuss one more point. X percentage of y is same as y percentage of x, and each is equal to xy by 100. And third point, one value is what percentage of another value, is what percent of another value. For this, what is the shortcut we discussed? Is by of into 100. And then what is one more point we discussed? One value is how much percent more or less than another value, In this case, what is the shortcut I told? Difference by base into 100 percentage. So what will be the base here? After than whatever you get is the base. Next, the concept of percentage change. Percentage change means change in the value. It can be increase or decrease by initial value into 100. So these are the points we studied today in our foundation builder 1. Okay, so we will come. I will come with one more interesting session in the next class. Okay, so that is you will have the applications of all these basics. So today we have studied all basics, right? Foundation. So we will do some advanced level, higher level questions based on this in our next sheet. Thank you so much for watching the video, and keep practiced. Okay, just practice and practice. Thereby you will get the speed in quant. Speed in quant is very, very important. Thank you.